Hello everyone. Today we'll study about the Panchayat Raj system. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, share and comment. Okay, let us start. Local self-government is the government at the district level and below. And it is the government closest to the common people. And it is based on the assumption that local acknowledge and the local interest are essential components for the people. And it has been established in all states of India by the acts of state legislature to build the democracy at the grassroots level. And the Panchayat Raj has got the constitutional status through the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1992. Okay, we'll see the evolution of the Panchayat Raj. Okay, first committee, Balwant Rai Mehta Committee. In 1957, the Government of India appointed a committee to examine the working of the Community Development Program and the National Extensive Survey. This Balwant Rai Mehta Committee recommended the democratic decentralization and three-tier system. This three-tier system at 3 levels: Gram Panchayat, at village level, and second one Panchayat Samiti, at block level, and third one Jilla Parishad, at district level. And Rajasthan was the first state to establish a Panchayat Raj system. This was the first state to establish the Panchayat Raj system. Okay, next we'll see Ashok Mehta Committee. This Ashok Mehta Committee recommended that the three-tier Panchayat Raj should be replaced by the two-tier Panchayat Raj institution. Three-tier should be replaced by the two-tier Panchayat Raj institution, that is Jilla Parishad and Mandal. Jilla Parishad at the district level and Mandal Panchayat consisting of a group of villages with a total population of 15,000 to 20,000. It is to group of village. This committee also recommended the Nyay Panchayat, and this Nyay Panchayat should be kept as a separate bodies from that of the Development Panchayat, and they should be presided over by the qualified judge. Okay, next we'll see GVK Rao Committee. This committee recommends that reducing the role of district collector and giving the major role to the PRIs. And it also recommends the creation of the District Development Commissioner post. And this committee has recommended the some of the planning functions at the state level should be transferred to the district level units for effective decentralized district and planning. Next we'll see LM Singhvi Committee. This committee appointed to recommend on the revitalization of PRI for democracy and development, and it suggested that the constitutional status must be given to the PRI. And the 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act was passed by the Parliament in 1992 and got the assent on 20th April 1992. Panchayat Raj system has got the constitutional status through this 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. Next we'll see the role of PRIs in democracy. Political consciousness. It enabled a large number of people to acquire a leadership at the local level. And next one, women empowerment. It is not less than 1/3 of the seats are reserved for the women candidates. Not less than 1/3 of seats are reserved. Means one-third seats are reserved for the women candidates. Next, strengthening the democratic institution and process. The experience gained by the new generation of leadership in democratic management has raised the quality of legislative debates and working other higher level institutions. Next, giving the voice to local demands. PRIs have become the connecting the link between parliament and state legislature. On the other hand, local bodies on the other, so that the respective members can exchange views on the objectives of a plan and its priorities. It's over. Next one, executive functions. Certain civic functions such as rural sanitization, public health, street lighting, drinking water supply, maintenance of village roads, management of primary and secondary education, etc., that have been carried out by the Panchayat Raj bodies. These are the executive institutions. These functions will take care by the executive institutions. Next, breaking the hierarchies. Next one, breaking the hierarchies. Panchayat Raj has become a powerful tool where a caste and local interests interact, clash, compromise and arrive at common understanding on various issues. Next we'll see 73rd Constitutional Amendment overview. In this we have two provisions, compulsory provision and voluntary provisions. First we'll see compulsory provisions. Organization of Gram Sabha, and next one, creation of the 3-tier Panchayat Raj system. Third point, direct election should be held, and minimum age for contesting would be 21 years. Indirect election to the post of chairman, and reservation of seats for the SC and ST in proportion to the population, and reservation for the women, and also should create the separate bodies for the state election committee and state finance committee. State election committee and state finance committee. Next we'll see voluntary provisions. First one, giving the representation to the members of parliament and to the state legislature. In parliament, MPs, and state legislature, that is MLAs. And next point, reservation for the backward classes, and giving the PRIs to the financial powers. And last point, devolution of functions under the 11th schedule. Okay, next we'll see what are the changes brought in the constitutional in 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act. 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 inserted the Part 9 in the Constitution of India and accorded a Panchayat a constitutional status as an institution of local self-government for the rural India. and it also added the 11th schedule to the constitution that contains the 29 functions items for the panchayats. Next we'll see major features of this 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1992. First one, 3-tier system of Panchayat Raj for all states having the population of over 20 lakh. Okay, 3-tier Panchayat Raj for all states having the population of over 20 lakh. And next point, Panchayat Raj have been established in each state through the act of respective states. Next one, Panchayat Raj elections regularly held for every 5 years. And next one, reservation of seats for SCs and STs and also for women. That is the reservation not less than 1/3. Next one, appointment of State Finance Commission to make the recommendation as regards the financial powers of the Panchayat. Next we'll see administrative structure of the PRIs. All states now have a uniform 3-tier Panchayat Raj structure. At the base is the Gram Panchayat. A Gram Panchayat covers a village or group of villages. And the intermediary level is the Mandal. It is also referred as block level. And these bodies are called as the Mandal or Taluk Panchayats. The intermediary level body need to be constituted in a smaller states. Next comes Jilla Parishad. At the apex is the Jilla Parishad covering the entire rural area of the district. It covers entire rural area of the district. Jilla Parishad covers the entire rural area of the district. Next we'll see elections of PRIs. All the 3 levels of Panchayat Raj institutions are elected directly by the people. And the term of each Panchayat body is 5 years. Term of each Panchayat body is 5 years. And if the state government dissolves the Panchayat before the end of its 5-year term, the fresh election should be held within the 6 months. Okay, and also no person shall be disqualified on the ground that he is less than 25 years of age. Means if he attained the 21 or greater than 21 years, he is eligible for the election of PRIs. Next we'll see financial powers. Article 243G, the power of PRI to prepare the plans for economic development and the social justice. And next, Article 243H, the state legislature can enact the laws for the following authorities. We'll see this. To authorize the Panchayat to levy, collect and appropriate some taxes, duties and tolls and the fees. Taxes and fees. And next, to assign to the Panchayat some taxes, duties, tolls levied and collected by the state government, and to provide for making the grants in aid to the Panchayat from the consolidated fund of the state. First one, authorize the Panchayat to levy, collect the taxes and fees. authorize. Second one, assign to the panchayat some taxes, duties, toll levied and collected by the state government. Third one, to provide for making the grants in aid to the panchayat from the consolidated fund of the state. Consolidated fund of state. Next one, Article 243K. It contains State Election Commission to the superintendents and direct election and control of the preparation of electoral rolls. And conduct of all election to the panchayat is vested in the State Election Commission appointed by the governor. This 243K consists of State Election Commission to superintend, direct and control the elections. Next we have 243 Article 243I. It contains State Finance Commission. The State Finance Commission to be appointed by the state government once in 5 years. Should appoint in once in 5 years. Okay, next we'll see PESA Act of 1996. That is Panchayat's extension to the Scheduled Areas Act of 1996. The provision of 73rd Amendment Act were not applicable to the areas inhabited by the Adivasi populations in many states of India. So later in 1996, a separate act was passed extending the provision of the Panchayat Raj system to the areas which are inhabited by the Adivasi population. Okay, we'll see the objectives of this PESA Act. The Act extends the Part 9 of the Constitution with a certain modification and exceptions to the 5th schedule areas notified under the Article 241 Clause 1st. It extends the Part 9 with certain modification and exception to the 5th schedule areas notified under the Article 244 Clause 1 of the Constitution. The 5th schedule of the Constitution deals with the administration and the control of scheduled areas. Control of the scheduled areas as well as scheduled tribes residing in the state other than the states of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. Next we'll see PESA empowers the panchayat at appropriate level with the right mandatory consultation in land acquisition, resettlement and rehabilitation of the displaced persons. Next, the panchayat at an appropriate level is entrusted with the planning and management for the minor water bodies. Next, mandatory recommendation by the Gram Sabha or a panchayat at appropriate level for the prospective license, and regulate the sale or consumption of the intoxicants. The PESA also empowers the panchayats regulate the sale or consumption of the intoxicants, and ownership of the minor forest produce, and prevent the land alienation and restore it, and also manage the village market and control over the money lending to scheduled tribes, and control over the institutions and functionaries in the social sector, local plans including the tribal subplans and resources. Tribal subplans and resources. Okay, next we'll see importance of the PESA Act. This act will enhance the people's participation in decision making, and the PESA will also reduce the alienation. It will reduce the alienation in tribal areas, as they will have a better control over the utilization of public resources. And this act also reduce the poverty and out migration, and it also minimize the exploitation of tribal population. And effective implementation of the PESA will check the illegal land alienation, okay, and also restore the unlawfully alienated tribal land. And most importantly, PESA Act will promote the cultural heritage through the preservation of traditions, customs, and cultural identity of the tribal population. Next, we'll see Forest Rights Act 2006, that comes under Ministry of the Tribal Affairs. We'll see the objectives of this act: to undo the historical injustice occurred to the forest dwelling communities, and to ensure the land revenue, livelihood, and food security of the forest dwelling scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers, and to strengthen the conservation regime of the forest by including the responsibilities and authority on the forest right holders, and to ensure the sustainable use and conservation of biodiversity. Conservation of biodiversity and maintenance of ecological balance. Okay, next we'll see rights granted under this act. Title right: ownership to the land formed by the tribals and forest dwellers up to the 4 hectares. Next, use right to the minor forest produce, grazing areas, and pastoralist routes, etc. And next, relief and development rights for the rehabilitation in case of eviction. Next point, forest management rights to protect the forest and wildlife. To protect the forest and wildlife. Next, we'll see eligibility under the act. Those who reside primarily in forest, those who reside primarily in this forest, and those who depend on forest for the livelihood, and the member of scheduled tribes in the area, and those who reside in forest for the 75 years, more than 75 years. This is the eligibility criteria for the PESA Act. Next, we'll see role of Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha to decide whose rights to which resource should be recognized. Gram Sabha to decide whose rights to which resource should be recognized. Resource should be recognized, and this is done by the Gram Sabha through the resolution, and this resolution is then screened and approved at the higher levels. Resolution is screened and approved at the higher levels, that is subdivision and district. Next, the screening committee it consists 3 government officials plus 3 elected members of the local body at the level. The role of the Gram Sabha is to a resource should be recognized, and this is done by the through the resolution, and this resolution should be screened and approved at the higher level, and screening committee contains the 3 government officials and 3 elected members of the local body at that level. That's all about Panchayat Raj system. If this video helps you in any way, please subscribe, like, share and comment. Thank you.